People get upset about when they find their name on it. They send me nasty emails, and they try and talk their way out of being on the jerk list. But just remember, at the end of the day, I didn't put you on this list. You put you on this list. Let it begin! All right, let's deviate from the world of sports. I was driving around over the weekend, and my lovely bride, Miss Cindy, had on an oldies station, and the DJ came on and said, all right, let's go all the way back to the late 80s and hear one of the songs that marked that period. Let's hear that song.
What?
Welcome to the Jungle by Guns N' Roses?
Oh, that's not oldies.
Is an oldie? Oh, my goodness. This made me very, very sad. Welcome to the Jungle is now officially... Oldies are Eric Clapton with Cream.
Right, yeah. Like 60s,
The
70s.
Beatles holding hands with people. The Rolling Stones. So on and so forth. Guns N' Roses is now the oldies. Father Time. I know you hold my fate in your hands, but I got to do it. Father Time, you're a jerk. All right, next up, watching the Lakers game the other night. This commercial's been all over the place, as a matter of fact. I'm sure you've seen it. It's this Pizza Hut commercial where they go into a restaurant, in some fancy restaurant in New York City, and they give pasta that comes from Pizza Hut now, I guess. And they give it to the patrons of the restaurant. And it's a fancy Italian joint. And then they come out at the end of the meal in the commercial, and somebody announces, we didn't cook a thing tonight. The chef comes out from the restaurant. I didn't cook a thing tonight. All this pasta was prepared at Pizza Hut tonight. And all the patrons, oh, I can't believe it. It was so delicious. Guess what? You ever pull that on me in a fancy Italian restaurant, I'm going to blow my lid. That's unbelievable. Can you imagine? I've been eating this garbage the whole time. I come here and I pay top dollar to eat your fancy foods, and you play a little joke on me? I don't care if you give it to me for free. I didn't turn out tonight to eat some delicious food in order to get punked by Ashton Kutcher. Pizza Hut and that restaurant that duped the people and then put them on TV and humiliated them nationally. Jerks! All right, I want to check the jerk hotline here, but I don't think we have time just yet. You know what? Here's what we'll do. Let's step aside here, and then we'll come back. I want to check the jerk hotline. We got some good NBA, some eye are actually focused on one of the Lakers. We'll hear that. Also, we'll get to the creep of the week. We'll do that on the Dave Dameshek Show, 710 ESPN, 710ESPN.com. All right, next up, Diglio for asking what that was all about. Diglio, jerk! All right, done and done. Let's get to the jerk hotline. If you want to call and nominate a jerk or a creep for the jerk list, do so. 800-471-710. Got some good calls here. A lot of NBA-related stuff. And first of all, last week, Diglio came on the air and was bad-mouthing Laker fans for supporting Kobe Bryant. He got no small amount of anger from the Laker fans, and no more so than from DMQ, who called last week and has returned with a visit to the jerk hotline. Take a listen.
What's up, Dameshek? DMQ. To my dismay, I found a bigger jerk than Diglio, and that would be LeBron James for yelling at his moms and cursing at his moms at the game. So he needs to get a good triple, quadruple helping of the Han Solo edition blaster. All right, man. Peace.
Well, yeah, there you go. I was going to say he called for the quadruple there, but just for the record here, DMQ, you have to finish it by saying LeBron jerk, and you didn't do that. So DMQ jerk. Let that be a lesson to all who call the jerk hotline. 800-471-710. Then they moved on to someone else, a guy who wears the purple and gold, the guy who initiated all this trouble for Diglio. Let's take a listen.
Hey, this is Simon in Valencia, and I want to nominate Kobe Bryant for the jerk list. You're a flip-flopper, Kobe, throughout your career and through your biggest trial, Colorado. The Laker organization stuck by your side, and yet you were ready to walk out on us all at the beginning of the season. Now Pau Gasol and company have placated your discontent, and we see you propping up your kids at the press conference for your MVP award, trying to make yourself look like a good guy. Well, I know what you really are. You're a jerk.
That's how it's done. What was his name? Kudos.
Simon.
Nice. Kudos to Simon. That's how you do it. All right, let's mix a little sugar with the sour here. The get out of jerk free card. The get-out-of-jerk-free card goes to, it's sort of like the get-out-of-jail-free card in Monopoly. It gets you out of any future jerky behavior. This week, it goes to Laker Insider here at 710 ESPN. Beto Duran, last Friday night, he was in Salt Lake City, and he was standing right outside the Lakers locker room. And Lamar Odom, as a matter of fact, was standing right next to him, and he made this bold prediction about the outcome of Game 3. Hey, Beto, quickly before the ball tips, and we'll check in with you after the first quarter, somewhere around there. In the meantime, let's get your official pick. You've been around the Lakers and the Jazz the last couple days. What's your official pick for the game?
Hold on, guys. Let me give you a pick. Lamar Odom just walked by me. I didn't want to tell him that the Lakers are going to lose by 4.
Ouch, but almost exactly right. The Lakers, the Jazz ended up winning by 5 that night, so good stuff from Beto Duran. You get the get-out-of-jerk-free card. Good for you, Beto. Now back to the jerks. All right, the next jerk, Beto Duran. How dare he stand next to Lamar Odom and pick the Jazz? Maybe that gets in Lamar Odom's head. Maybe he hears that and throws him off his game. Beto Duran, jerk. All right. Earlier in the show, some broad who's riding around in a car with one of our favorite callers, Long Beach Lenny, came on the show, and she said, you look like someone. You know who I think you look like? Ray Romano. Oh. You know who you look like? Michelle, broad, who drives around in a car with Long Beach Lenny? You look like a jerk! All right, let's get to the creep of the week. Creep, creep, creep of the week, of the week. He or she is the creep of the week. All right, I'm watching the Sports Reporters last Sunday morning. I enjoy that show. And Mitch Albom's on there. He writes for the Detroit Free Press, and he writes those fictional books, and he wrote that one, Tuesdays with Maury, so on and so forth. You
that
know
he stole from me.
Is that how it went? I'm not clear on that. Either way, he's on there, and they're talking about Kobe winning the MVP and the fact that the LA fans have embraced Kobe at this point. And listen to what Mitch Albom says.
Mitch, could you have ever pictured such a Kodak moment a few years ago?
Well, I guess because he plays in L.A., which probably stands for limited attention.
Listen to all of his pals, all of his highfalutin chums over there. Oh, low attention, little attention. What was the phrase? How embarrassing. I don't remember what it is. Limited attention. I guess I just proved Mitch Albom's point. Dameshek, jerk. Anyway, so back to Mitch Albom. Now, he didn't stop there. Let's hear a little bit more from Albom.
Everything in L.A. is about image, and he is about rehabilitating his image. But to suddenly act as if, well, let's just forget about that. I mean, 5 years is long enough. It's not on your record anymore. That's just what sports has become, sadly.
Yeah, it's a problem only in L.A. Kobe was in trouble 5 years ago, and the fact that people continue to cheer for him, that's only happens in L.A., right, Mitch? It's all about style over substance in L.A. What about in Detroit, where you're from? Do you and the fans there cheer for Rasheed Wallace, a.k.a. scumbag number 1? Do you think Baltimore fans have any compunction about cheering for Ray Lewis, who was charged with whatever he was charged with that creepy...
Obstruction of justice, I believe.
Is that what it was?
Or interference with the police investigation.
Listen, Cowboy fans are going to cheer for Pac-Man Jones. They already cheer for Terrell Owens. How dare you indict Los Angeles? I'm tired of the national media coming down on Los Angeles and their sports fans. Mitch Albom, you know what? Sunday morning, I'll tell you, you may have written Tuesdays with Maury, but Sunday morning, I spent the day with the creep of the week.
The Jerk List with Dave Dameshek reporting. Until next time, don't be a jerk.